Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel where hedging, peso matters. So for today's topic, we'll be discussing about the difference between the 8% simplified taxation as provided by the train law and the 40% optional standard deduction or OSD. For us to appreciate this discussion well, I made this presentation in a comparative form in order for us to appreciate kung alin ba mas maganda itong 8% under the train law or the 40% under the previous law. Alright, now the 8% simplified taxation under the train law is limited only to self-employed individuals and professionals, and the gross sales or receipts do not exceed the VAT threshold. Ang VAT threshold natin is 3 million pesos. So kapag nag-exceed na po tayo ng 3 million, we should be a VAT-registered entity or VAT-registered person. Whereas with respect to the 40% OSD, it is available to all types of taxpayer regardless of the gross sales or receipts. So wala pong threshold na kinoconsider. Now, dito naman sa 8%, self-employed individuals and professionals lang. Sa kabila, 40% sa lahat po na klase ng taxpayer, kahit corporate taxpayer ka or individual taxpayer. Let's take a look at this. Now, let us say we have a gross receipts of 3 million pesos. So let us illustrate. Using the 8% simplified taxation, the gross sales or receipts is 3 million and there is no VAT or percentage tax. Therefore, diretso na po tayo sa pag-multiply natin sa tax rate of 8%. So ang babayaran lang natin, 240,000 pesos for the tax. Now, with respect to the 40% optional standard deduction, since deduction siya, technically ang babayaran natin is 60%. Kasi ang pwede lang natin ma-less is the 40% na deduction. So, let us say gross sales or receipts 3 million less 40% which is 1.8, and we multiply it by the schedule rate as provided by the NIRC. So, meron tayong 210,000 babayaran. In addition to this, we have to consider the VAT or the percentage tax. Since below tayo sa VAT threshold na 3 million, we will be paying the percentage tax of 3%, which is 90,000. Now, 210 plus 90,000, 300,000 ang babayaran natin. So, it is more compared to what the 8% simplified taxation offers. Mas mura ang babayaran natin if we avail of the 8% simplified taxation. But this is not always the case. So, what do taxpayer need to consider when availing the 8%? Under the 8% simplified taxation, a taxpayer cannot be a VAT-registered person. So, ibig mong sabihin na to, if you have seen my discussion about VAT, we can use the input VAT can be utilized as a credit or deduction. Kung VAT-registered entity tayo, kung may excess input VAT tayo, pwede po natin siyang i-utilize as a credit or a deduction. On the other hand, kung 40% optional standard deduction naman tayo, we can be registered as a VAT entity. So, the input VAT may be utilized as a deduction. So, itong 40% OSD kasi, it applies to all kinds of taxpayer. Pwedeng natural person ka or juridical entity ka. Pwede kang mag-avail of the 40% OSD. Right, next point. The 8% under the train law provides for a simplified documentary requirements. So, mas madali po na mag-present ng mga documents, although hindi naman ibig sabihin mas mababa na ang tax na babayaran natin. Whereas kung 40% optional standard deduction, the actual costs that we incurred, pwede nating maibawas provided that we can produce all the necessary documents for us to substantiate or for us to prove na entitled tayo sa mga ganitong klase ng deductions. Now, next point. So, the simplified taxation of 8% will not be applicable kung lumampas na po tayo ng 3 million threshold. If you find this video interesting, please give it a thumbs up and please like, comment, and share. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And as always, thank you.